If you feel alone, really alone, not the kind of loneliness that comes from being by yourself, but the kind that settles deep in your chest even when you're surrounded by people, then listen closely. Because sometimes the silence you're in right now is not empty. Sometimes it's sacred. Sometimes it's the place where God is closer than you've ever realized, even though it feels like he's nowhere to be found. This message matters because loneliness has a way of convincing us that we've been forgotten. It whispers lies in quiet moments. It tells you that you've been left behind, that everyone else has moved forward while you're stuck in the same place, praying the same prayers, fighting the same battles. This message is for the person who feels unseen, for the one who shows up for everyone else but feels like no one shows up for them, for the one who believes in God, yet secretly wonders why his presence feels so distant right now. There's a certain ache that comes with feeling alone. You scroll through your phone, hoping for a message that never comes. You replay memories of when life felt warmer, fuller, easier. And in those moments, your heart asks a question you're afraid to say out loud. God, where are you? You don't doubt that he exists. You just wonder why his nearness feels like a memory instead of a reality. You try to stay strong, but the nights are long, and the weight of being emotionally isolated starts to press in on your soul. But here's the part we often miss. Loneliness doesn't always mean absence. Sometimes it means invitation. When the noise fades and the distractions fall away, you are left with space. And that space, as uncomfortable as it feels, is where God often steps in. Not loudly, not dramatically, but quietly, patiently, closer than you think. God is not intimidated by your questions or disappointed by your tears. He meets you right where you are, especially when you feel the most alone. This season is teaching you something deeper than comfort. It's teaching you awareness. When you can't rely on constant company, constant validation, or constant reassurance, you begin to notice the subtle ways God sustains you. The strength that helps you get out of bed, the peace that shows up for no obvious reason, the breath you take when you thought you were done. These are not coincidences. They are reminders, proof that even when you feel abandoned, you are being held. And then comes the realization that changes everything. You begin to understand that God's closeness is not measured by emotion. Just because you can't feel him doesn't mean he's not there. Just because this season is quiet doesn't mean he's inactive. In fact, God often works deepest in silence. He draws closest when you have no one else to lean on, because that's when your heart is most open, most honest, most receptive. So if today you feel alone, don't rush to escape it. Don't numb it. Sit with it long enough to notice who's still there with you. Because this loneliness is not a sign of abandonment. It's a sign of alignment. God is pulling you closer, not pushing you away. He's teaching you that his presence